Good evening, welcome to my channel. I've been doing this journal for a while. It's the French one from Tracie Fox's, and I want to sort of do some work to it to get it going. I bought some Mrs. Cogg's French stuff in a pretty. I like the blue. The blue sold me out. So I made little pads. Now these pads go over the page. I usually make mine as long as my journal. And I've been doing this for some time. I like the tabs on them. So I sew them a bit lower than the norm, so that they can stick up. Now, so, it's just gorgeous. It's just a gorgeous kit. But I want to do some stuff to it. So when you're doing a kit like this, it is a little bit harder than your normal kit, I believe, because we are left room to move and decorate as we please. And the first thing I always do is ink. The moment you ink, you've got an extra element to work with. That's what I tell myself, and that's what I believe is so. So I do that. I'll just make sure these are done too, so we don't have to stop while I do some. I'll do these, and I might do a couple of pockets, because I do want to finish this journal. Like I said, I've been at it for a while, and I really want to complete it. It's a really nice kit, and I have to show you how I've done the cover another time. I've been promising that I would show you my cover, how I made it. I believe it's pretty strong, and that you can have a lot of fun out of it, you know, like you can really work with it. So there. Okie dokie. So now I'm going to really, you know, inking is good, because that's your first element that you've put down on your tags and whatnot. Another element I introduced, now that's a pocket, so I'll make sure that's, and it's plain. But what we can do with that, and we don't often think about it, is good old plain lace. Good old plain lace. It's amazing how this will look once you've put it on it. I don't worry about how it looks, because I just want to make it freely put on there. You know, I don't want it to, well, it doesn't actually show white, but what we can do is use our inks, and that might stand it out a bit. It does actually. And you just do it over here. So, okay, so what I do, I'm going to paint over it. I'm going to use my brush, and all I'm using is PVA glue. I just find that a lot easier. It dries quicker, and it leaves a nice feel to your journal. And I just normally wipe a bit on the top. So I want to complement that and lift it up a bit. So I could also use a bit of this blue. Like I said, I'm about layers. A lot of people don't really like lots of layers. I do. Because when you're building a pocket up, you will see how amazing a bit of layering is. And this will dry beautiful too. So, we've just added that layer. There. That's why I prefer using PVA. So we've added an element. Now with the tags, I'm going to do the same, but I'm only going to use the blue. Why I'm only using the blue is because these are going to be fitting in pockets, so I need to be mindful. So I'm going to dress that one up, dress not them ones. We'll do something else with those. I'm going to dress them. And we're going to use some of this blue, which is quite nice. And like I said, you're just introducing an element to the tags. I don't know why I call them tabs, that's ridiculous. But anyway, that seems to be rising. Mustn't like the PVA glue, or it mustn't like that I stuck it on top of another lace, pink lace. But we're not going to worry about it because PVA does work. So I'm thinking like that, and I want it to go like that in half. Because sometimes this works best for me. I just want to make sure that is sticking. Yes, it is. Okay. So I want to start it down here. Easy to pick up. And you place it on it, and you just paint. PVA glue. Always use a paintbrush. It works wonders. It really does. So I'll take it down here. And normally what I do, I always use my brush to hold it down and brush it the way I want it to be. So we just added an extra element to these, and they look good. Because I'm not the sort of person that leaves my pages not complete. So I need elements, whether it's a bit of lace, a bit of cloth, a button sewn on. Like really, it's amazing what you can do. So okay, we've done that. Now what we're going to do, we don't often think of this, and I actually think this is better than having tags. So what I do, I will measure and cut a few of those because I like them as my tags. Ooh, and I just lost it. But that's okay, it's not far away. I'm very clumsy and I don't mean to be. Not 100% healthy, so I have been struggling a little bit lately, but I love my crafts, so I won't be giving up my crafts. So when I put these on, I like to have them just poking up from there. And then if it needs cutting, I'll cut it after it's dry. I just love the effects of it. And it's just so much easier. So you add another element to your tag, which is what this is all about. It's adding extra elements to make this digital kit your own, which means you dress it up how you see fit, whatever, you know, like, to me, I love digi-kits. Like, I know most designers would allow me to use their digi-kits in any way, shape or form. As long as, you know, I don't abuse the system of the digital kits, that I don't alter it I can alter it like this, I can alter it in digital form. That's what I believe. But anyway. So that's sitting stuck there. I've got another piece for this one. And these are all elements you can add to entertain the buyer. You know, that's what normally attracts a buyer to a journal. That journal there is 6 signature of that particular kit. Now, I always leave my bits of string hanging out. So again, I'll tab the top because I'm not going to do anything to really affect the tag itself at this point. I think having that bit of lace lifts it up anyway. And this one for this one. I don't know, it just honestly adds an interest, because otherwise your pages or your tags are going to look really plain. Now, not many people like adding much to their tags. I sew and I add. That's been me. You know, I'll snip these a bit later when they're dry. And I need one more. And I don't know where it rolled to. Oh, here it is. And I'm sticking to the tag. Okay. So I need one more small piece. The beauty of doing multiple journals, that's how I play it, multiple, because I get bored easy, and sometimes, I don't know how you feel, but I like to walk away from one project just for a little bit, just so that I can really think of what I want to achieve with my digital kit. I mean, you're paying for it, so you think, well, okay, what's my limitations on it? What can I do with it? Blah, blah, blah. So that's basically what I do. So basically, we've done an element of a bit of lace on those and tabbed them. So that's that for now. And I'll just put them up here to dry. And they won't take long to dry. Ooh, I don't know what I dropped. There's a pocket. We can possibly put that on soon. See, the white's just starting to come through and you can just see it. That's why it's interesting sometimes if you layer your lace to give you that definition, because it works. See, that lace is drying already, which is beautiful. Okie dokie. So there's some tags done. Now, here's my side pocket, and I've done nothing to it. I've left it pretty bland, so I reckon look, you can tell quickly when it's a no from me. So I reckon if we lay some white lace and then some of that blue, I think that will correct a slight problem. Yeah, and just add some of that blue and that will finish it off. Like I said, the beauty of it is you can have bits and pieces hanging out of your book and it's going to look good no matter what. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but if you see, I've connected the lace to the side pocket and now I want a dash of blue and I want something else. So I want to cut some of that away. And I will lay it over it. Oops, that was a silly mistake. But anyway, it'll sort itself out as long as it doesn't stick to my pages. So let me do that. Now what I want to do is some tickets. So with tickets, I normally cut. Sometimes you think, oh, what do I need tickets for? But you know what? They actually look quite cute if you think them and lay them correctly. So, I hope you're seeing what I'll show you anyway. Oops, no inking. No inking. Oh. Everything's jumping all over the place, I'll tell you. Oh, and there's something else has dropped. See, I told you it was my day. I'm trying to catch up on tutorials. I like to do a couple a week, if I can. And it doesn't always happen for me. So we will lay that ticket down. How's that? You've basically transformed that side pocket. Now, another little thing you can do, and we don't often think about it, but it looks good. Did I keep one down here or not? Yes, we did. Get your scraps, whatever they may be, sew them up. And then, what you do, you leave all the danglies hanging, that's what I normally do. And I then sew it in the middle of my page, just to break the page up, because, and then I just run a bit of ink. So you can automatically see what I've done. I've just broken that page up by putting that through. So now we've got tags that are nearly dry and they're looking really quite cute. We got that pocket done, which will finish a couple of neck pockets while we're at it. Oops. Because I do want to do some layering on it, and I want ink. And I'll do a bit of this. See, ripping and getting whatever you can in scraps, because that's all you need is your scraps. With your scraps, it's amazing what you can do. So what I'm doing is that pocket that we did the white lace in the blue, we get this and we stick it down here. So you see what I'm doing? I'm giving this more of a lift. And it's going to look really great when it's dry. And I want to colour my tickets. Because honestly, if you don't colour in, your pages aren't going to look good. So I prefer inking. PVA glue is really, really good. It's got a good consistency for gluing, and honestly, you can't mess up with it because you can move it around, and plus it gives you that nice base to work with. that's complete as far as I'm concerned. So okay, we've done that. Now, that's nearly dry. There. Just making sure that's stuck down. Okie dokie. Now, what we're going to do is decorate this little pocket, because that's what that's going to be. But I'm putting just blue lace there. I'm getting it ready. First I need a base. By a base, I always mean something ripped. Something ripped is really good. Layers. You know, layers is what attracts a customer to your work. Ink layers. But that's me, you know. I'm thinking that. Like laces, everyone loves lace. Then you got your people that are more plain. So I'm the sort of person that does both. I enjoy the fact I do both. So I've put that there. Then we need one more ticket. That's there. Because if we decorate our pockets, it's going to be so much easier to finish off my pages. Oh, where's my blue lace? I need some blue lace. We can't work with that blue lace, can we? I reckon it's an ideal colour for this kit. So, again, we use, because we're going to do 2 pockets, so I cut 2 up. Okie dokie. I'm going to ink this file too, so I don't have to go hunting for it. Like I said, we are creating a base. Now, I want my blue lace to go on top of this. Because, let's face it, we don't want to spoil the tower. So I am going to do it like that. And again, I'll base that down with the glue. See, I'm calling it basting. I'm not cooking, but anyway, might as well be. No, I love, look, my joy in life is my grandkids, my kids, and my journaling. And if that means working into the night to get what I want with it, with my kit, I will. So you see what I created? So you've got your layers, 3 layers going across. Okay, we'll do that with the next one, which we have to ink it first. Again, this is going to make a nice pocket. This was going to be an envelope, but I've got an envelope already there, so I've got a couple, I think. I normally, again, think ahead. So, with this one, we want to create something a little different. So what I'm thinking is, this is tissue paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear a piece and do it as my first layer. Again, it's going to look good because it's something different. Plus it's been tea dyed. And just remember, when you're doing your journals, I seem like I'm repeating myself with this, but it's really important, if you're going to put photos in it, you do not tea dye unless you've got bicarb in there. Like, your photos will deteriorate. Now, a lot of people say it's a misconception. Well, it's actually not. How often have you kept your photos on a cardboard box for years and not looked at them, and then all of a sudden you go through your box and the photos are all just about faded? Well, that's because of the dye they used, and the pH balance wasn't right because no one thought of the pH balance. So you see what I've done? So that's 2 pockets. How thrilling is that? I'm getting some work done while I'm journaling with you. That is great. Now, I just want to check that pocket, make sure it's sticking down. Sometimes you've got to go in and press down and get all sticky, but it's looking pretty good. It's drying. For 4 layers, that's doing well. So I've got 3 pockets done. And I don't want it to lift. If you see it lifting, best thing to do is give it more glue. But then I will glue the rest of it so you've got that nice texture, because that's what ends up happening. You end up with a nice texture. Okie dokie, so that's that. Now, what do I want to do? I'm just checking to see what else is here that I missed from the kit. Because knowing me, I've missed a few things. Here's an envelope. Sorry about this, but I'm trying to find the bits and pieces. I'm not trying to be rude. I've got some of Tracie's other ephemera. Okie dokie. Now, I know you guys have learnt to chip. Some people haven't. So when you come across a kit that has chips in it, and it's not often that you find that, but some do. And if you want to keep chipping away, just slightly, you know, create little ridges. But then, when you're staining, make sure that you really hook into those cracked bits, and it makes it like torn paper. And with this, I'll do nothing because I like it the way it is. There. And with this one, I do nothing because it's self-chipped into it because it was chipped when I cut it. So I'm going to use this. I think it's a timesheet. Employer, yeah, it's something to do with employer. So it's a very old piece, and we're going to just really age it with ink. Now, if you haven't got ink and you can't afford it, you know, the best stuff is shoe polish. Like, there's been times I haven't been able to afford ink, and I just blend a bit of glycerin with some water, and I squirt it into my inker. Does the trick for me. I don't know what it does for others, but for me it works. But see what I've done? I've basically aged the employer card. Now obviously they had to fill in this every day. And I normally go around, because it's a fold, and do the inside as well, just to give it that bit of stain. And I'm telling you, oh, I love my makeup brush. I don't know who started this, but oh my golly, they started something good. Right, that's more ephemera for my journal. That pocket is drying. There was something else I wanted to do. Maybe a library pocket. Yeah, I don't often do these. Is that still wet? That looks good. Okay, let's find a free page for a library pocket. I might put the library pocket here actually. It's the same colour as my journal page because I dyed it. But I want to make it so it sits correctly in my book. maybe putting something on that's not correct. And then let's play with it. Now, again, I am going to use whatever is in my reach in this, because we don't know, do we? So we stain or, you know, colour the edges. I don't think I've done this. Might have, but who knows. When I rush around, I sometimes forget something, and I think a lot of junk journalists do. They think, okay, we go back and fix it later. But it doesn't work like that. Because you come down to YouTubing and you think, oh, you've done everything, and it's not done. That's a laugh, really. So, okay. Again, I'm going to go for some white, because, like I said, I love the texture. And this is an old curtain, by the way. And you can cut it to any way you like. You can cut it fancy. I don't do fancy with it. Only reason why it's not that type of journal, I believe. So again, I apply a coat of this stuff and start laying my lace. Now, if this is not covering, it won't stick down. So you need that top layer, plus you need wherever the lace is going to go. You don't have to soak it because it does stick. I'm just being generous because I like what it does to my pages. So that's another tip. PVA glue, just literally you can use it for everything, and the amazing thing it does to your pages is unreal. So I like it. So it's my friend. And I'm going to use it. And when something's your friend, what do? You use it because you know it's going to be loyal, you know it's going to work for you. So that's the reasoning behind me. Like, I just go on what works. Now, because this journal's got a lot of blue, you'll see I'm working with more blue than I am with any other colour. That's because that's what I want it to reflect, more blue. So I'm going to put some blue across, again creating a layer base. And this layer is really good because what it's done, it's created a good base for whatever I want to lay next. So I would want, I don't know if I've got any more tickets left, possibly not, but if not, it doesn't matter because I've just seen something that looks a bit cute, which is a ticket, but it's a different sort of ticket, but it's all right. It will work. It will work. See, that's what you always got to tell yourself. It will work, and it does. It actually does. And that's why I like playing with stuff the way I do. And I enjoy it. But please ink well, because this is what makes your journal. This is what tells the tale of what you went through making this beautiful journal. Now, when you wash the brush, you just wash it in cold water and it will come clean. So we've put that there. And I'm just checking what else can be used. I thought I had something else. No, I can't use that. Oh, let's finish this off because it just doesn't want to stick. Because it's, you got to remember, this is digital paper. So digital paper takes that little bit longer to stick down, but it will stick down. Okay. So now what we can do, we put the employer sheet card in here. looking good. Now with this, what I've done, we'll put that there for now. And I might put something between that page so it doesn't think. I've got another page that needs decorating. So again, we're going to be very realistic and use the stuff I've used, because we don't want to change too much in this particular journal. I mean, you could, but because it's done in blue, I think I should keep complementing it in the tones I'm using. Now, that doesn't mean it's always right. It just means that I've got to go with my gut. My gut's telling me that this will work for me if I go the way I'm going. So, like I said, we've got to do what works. Just remember, this glue dries pretty fast, so when you're putting stuff down, you need to lay straight away. Now, where is my blue? Oh well, okay, another piece. There's plenty of it. Yeah, your laces. Oh, you just can't go wrong with laces. Like curtain lace, whatever it is, get it, and layer with it. Because that's what it's for. It's for basic layers. So we've put, I don't put the white one down, have we? Oh, yes, we have. Oh, golly. I must be getting tired because I couldn't see it. Now we do the blue, and the blue will dry. There. And then we're going to put down this young lady. Like I said, this French kit's got some cute things, and I like it. I like how the cover turned out, what I've done to it. I've created tucks. I've created a lot of things that weren't there. I mean, yes, there was pockets and tags and all that, but I'm the sort of person who likes to dress things. So dress things I do. So I'm going to put her there this time. Oops. And I'm going to need some of that to go over the top, because it does give it a beautiful look. There. So that's done. Now I'm just going to make sure there's no more pockets. Thanks for coming along crafting with me. It's good fun. It's good fun that I have got someone that watches me craft, because sometimes it's pretty boring doing it on your own. But at the same token, I enjoy it, so I ain't giving up. That's the saying, I ain't giving up. So we're going to do another corner pocket, and I need to cut a bit off. Did I use my scissors? Nope. Nope. On me. Oh, goodness gracious me. I must be tired, so please forgive me. So yeah, we're going to do another pocket. And create that element that we created elsewhere. But it doesn't have to be the same. This is the thing, it does not have to be the same. All you're doing is putting up a kit that's already beautiful. You can put this together without doing all this, but me being me, I would prefer to do it, and that's the way we crumble. Now, we aren't all the same, but I know, for me, I need to layer, and layer I will. Yes, it takes a bit longer in a journal, but most people know me that I'm pretty quick. So what I do is actually fun. Now I can lay that over there. There. Now, what's a ticket? trim it in there because I obviously didn't do it in the first place. And we do it in there. If you see what I'm doing, it'd be terrible if you didn't, I tell you. Because it mean I'd have to start again, and I'm tired. And I don't want to start again. Not when I'm nearly done with the ephemera. Or close to having some of it done. Now, I want to create, I think I stuck the tissue too close to where I want it to stick this. So, it'll easily come off because it's tissue for lace. You pull it gently. You've pulled the lace gently. Put the lace back on. See how easy that was? And then just make sure you baste it down properly or paste it. PVA is good. It will stick it down and keep it down. And there's the ticket. Ticket can go there. So Mum collects tickets to whatever. The zoo or whatever it may be. There it is. And again, we've created a beautiful page. Oh, I'm sticking to it. See, once that's dry, that's going to look really great. I've got to find where that other one was. It's nearly dry. Okay. Was there anything else? Not really. You did craft along with me doing the pockets, and they'll be ready to stick by morning. More pockets. I've probably still got more side ones to do there, but they can be done tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. And this pocket is done. So thanks for watching. Oh, hang on. Don't go away yet, we forgot something. We need to address an envelope. I knew this is a vintage envelope, by the way. Absolutely vintage. And the same, you know, I am going to use the same concept because it is working for me. So why change it? That's what I tell myself. Why change what works? You know, I don't use the same concept in each book, but if something's working for me in a journal, or a particular journal, I will use the concept that actually works. And like I said, that works. So I don't feel guilty about using that journal. Oopsie day, I need some. Things aren't working out for me. Everything is moving where it shouldn't be. Okay, so we didn't ink the edges. So you need to ink the edges of that when it's dry, if you decided. Now, I'm going to put a piece of fabric, because I like this piece of fabric. It's got, so I like it. Because I like it, I'm going to even put a bit of PVA on it, because it makes it look that much better. For some reason, PVA literally draws a picture up, and that's why I like using it. See, things don't have to be the same. Who said they have to be the same? Because I don't do anything the same. Honestly, I will do things most time my way, because it's what works for me. You know, it's no good saying, oh, but I could have done this. No, that's what you thought of. And that's what you come up with, and that's what looks good. You wouldn't have decided on that. That's what I've learned anyway. I had something I was going to use, not in this tray. Trace everywhere. I tell you, there's so much trees. I wanted a stamp element, and I know there was one here. Okay. It actually wasn't a stamp element. It was an envelope I wanted. I thought doesn't it annoy you when you think you've got something and you really want to use it? But we're going to use the tea cards. Again from Tracie Fox. I love her ditches. You know, and some of her background pages are amazing. Absolutely amazing. And like I said, the things you can do to it, amazing again. You know, we never know till we buy things. And look, she is reasonably priced. Most designers are. So that's painted on. Okay, next. I wonder if it will work. Actually, that might work. Whoops. I'm wearing it. Oh, goodness me. Clumsy me, eh? I just get tired. Oops. And I have been doing a bit today. I had my grandson here. He was a delight. We had a lot of fun with him, so it was really good. He's 10 months old. He's teething a little, but golly gosh, that's not his fault. So he didn't sleep much for his hour's sleep. Went and had tea with his daddy and gave him a bath after he finished work. And then what we did was had some Thai food. Jeez, it was nice. It really was. So again, I'm going to introduce a bit of this blue. So I'm cutting across it, notice, in the middle. So we've basically got cheesecloth. I've got cheesecloth there, and I've got that beautiful fabric with the textures. And that's what I like to keep. There. So now, if I can, I think that's actually enough. I've made the envelope. Like I said, that needs it needs a little bit of trimming and it needs the back done. So I've got to wait till the front dries. Thank you again for watching. Like I said, you just have helped me heaps. We've come up with a few different ideas on my tags, what's going to make them look good and what isn't. So thank you very much. Bye for now.